from Fajardo, Puerto Rico. Number 7, Paola Matos. The middle blocker is a 5'11 senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Number 10, Paolo Meride. Defensive specialist, a 5'8 junior from Provo, Utah. Number 14, Alondra Hernandez. The outside hitter is a 5'8 graduate student from Haitielo, Puerto Rico. Number 18, Carla Hernandez. And libero is a 5'5 graduate student from Kissimmee, Florida. Number 2, Nicole Rodriguez. Norfolk State assistant coach is Yolanda Roberts, and the head coach of the Norfolk State University Lady Spartans is Kathy Bullock.
You'll take deck. Don't wreck. Head banging in the Tesla, that's break neck. On the road, up pretty fat women and fat checks. Attention. Last test is the truth that you ain't with Taz, yes. Turn up the bass, now go. I need the whole earth to hear my flow. Yeah. Act like you know. 1, 2, 3, we been here before. I will get so dark, that gun when you get too small. Getting high in it and pour. Contact half my, let's go. Sun, rain, don't come cheap, so I need change. Change. Phoenix, I rise out of these flames. No more games. Beauty is pain, so I take aim. We ain't the same. You lame. I reign. Say what? I reign. Let's go. I reign.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the starting lineup for your Coppin State University Lady Eagles. The middle hitter is a 5'11 sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, number 2, Aji Coleman. The middle blocker is a 6-foot graduate student from Cleveland, Ohio, number 5. The middle blocker is a 6'1 junior from Medellin, Colombia, number 6, Geraldine Palacios. The outside hitter is a 5'10 sophomore from Tyler, Texas, number 7, Hope Castle. The setter is a 5'9 senior from Sofia, Bulgaria, number 9, Andrea Svetanova. The outside here's a 5'10 graduate student from San Antonio, Texas, number 12, Miajavan Coleman. And libero's a 5'5 senior from Isabela, Puerto Rico, number 15, Ashley Roman. Lady Eagles assistant coaches are Terry Beergoods and Lori Ashton. The head coach of your Lady Eagles is Tim Walsh.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the PEC Arena for Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference battle between two undefeated teams in the Norfolk State Spartans and the Coppin State University Eagles. I am Kyle Board, here to bring you the play-by-play, and happy to be joined tonight by current CSU volleyball player and senior who is redshirting this year, Paola Caton.
Hi, thank you for having me on tonight.
Well, Paola, both sides undefeated in conference play. Coppin in first place at 3-0. Norfolk State sits right behind them at 2-0. It's going to be a back-and-forth battle here tonight.
It absolutely will. Tonight we are down a player who has been an essential part of our team. However, we have Aji Coleman, who's here to step up, and she's also an amazing player herself, so I'm excited to see how it's going to happen.
No Yanaris Miller-Green here tonight. She is out due to injury, so Aji Coleman steps into that middle blocker role to fill in alongside with Geraldine Palacios. Of course, Yanaris Miller-Green leads this team in blocks on the year, 56 total blocks coming in to tonight. 3 of those 56 have been all by herself in solo blocks. As the referees get set here, they'll make sure everybody's in the right spot, get the rotations down. Norfolk State 2-10 on the season, 2-0 in the conference, and they are led by the 4th-year head coach, Kathy Bullock. They come into today after their first 2 conference matches. It was a 3-2 5-set victory at home against Maryland Eastern Shore to open conference play. And then last week it was a 3-0 sweep at Delaware State to pick up their second conference win. They were supposed to play Howard last Friday evening, but that match was postponed due to Hurricane Ian. So they have not played in just about a week now. They were supposed to also have a game midweek against Regent University, but that got canceled as well. So Andrea Svatanova, the setter for Coppin State, 13 assists away from 1,500 on her career here at Coppin State. She will start us off with the first serve here in set number 1, and it is a service ace. Her 59th on the season to lead the NCAA, and it's 1-0 Coppin State. Good start from Svatanova here. We were talking about that off the air before the game, was her serving. How about back-to-back service aces to open the game? Her 60th on the year, and Coppin's up 2-0.
She is beyond an amazing server I've ever got to work with. She's my team as well.
See what happens here on the third one. Pick it on her, number 14 again in the back row. That's Hernandez, who can't handle it for the 3rd straight time, and it's a trio of aces for Svatanova to open the match. 3-0 Coppin State. She only had 2 in the last match against Morgan, but picking up right where somebody was out of rotation there. Coppin State, it's 4-0. Great start for Coppin, not the start you wanted here on the road if you were the Spartans of Norfolk State. That time an errant pass, but Norfolk State able to send it over. Coppin going to attack with Coleman in the middle, and she takes the swing.
To the face.
And it's right off the face of Sydney McCree, the freshman setter, and it's 5-0 Coppin. What a swing from Aji Coleman. From that middle blocker or middle hitter spot, she's 1 for 1, and it's 5-0 Coppin State. Now Norfolk State able to attack. Williams was there. They're going to set up Castle. She rolls it into the corner, and it's in. 6-0 Coppin State. Norfolk State might want to start thinking about taking a timeout. It has been all Coppin State here in the first moments here in this first set. 6-0. Svatanova still back to serve. Looking for that 4th ace. Not going to get it, though. Roman got the pass away. In the middle again. Coleman, did it get touched? It did at the net. Coppin up a touchdown, and it's 7-0. Timeout, Spartans. A great start from Coppin State here to open the match. It's 7-0. We'll take the timeout with them. We'll be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. 7-0 Coppin State as we're back underway. Svatanova looking to pick up the ace. Won't get it. Spartans are way out of system, and they're going to have to send over a free ball. Roman's there. Svatanova in the middle for Castle off the hands, and it's kept alive by Norfolk State. They will attack now. Outside feed for Coleman, and this time it's Miajavan on the board for the first time tonight. 8-0 Coppin State. So they did end up crediting Svatanova with her 4th ace on that play that was out of rotation. So she's got 4, looking for her 5th, won't get it. Coppin State's on the board as Carla Hernandez gets the kill, and it's 8-1. And now it will be Carla Hernandez to serve. That 8 really looks like a 0 to me, at least from here. Maybe it's just my eyes.
No, it does.
All right, I couldn't quite tell. Just inside the line. I thought that might clip the antenna on the way through, but just got down for an ace. And it's 8-2, a 6-point Coppin State lead. Hernandez, the transfer from St. Francis, Brooklyn, will serve it away again. Right at Roman, mishandled, and now a little ace run for Norfolk State from the service line. Eight to 3, back-to-back aces for the Spartans. They entered the game with only 61 aces on the year. Now up to 63. That got down the line.
It looks like it hit the antenna.
And now a timeout for Tim Walsh and the Eagles. It's 8-4. We will take another break with them and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. There's a service error as we're back underway, so Coppin gets out of the 3-serve ace run from Norfolk State, and it's 9-4 now in favor of the Eagles, up by 5 here in the first set. Now Miajavan Coleman will get to go back to the service line for Coppin and put it in play. Didn't connect with that one as it's right into the net, so back-to-back service errors gives it back to the Spartans, and now Paola Meride will serve for Norfolk State. 4-point Eagles lead, and they will get a chance to attack here out of the serve. Roman, nice pass. They're going to set up Williams, and it's out of bounds.
Off the block.
Williams.
That was really smart of her, from the way she was coming in and where the block was set up, just to use their hands. It was nice to see. Yeah.
Williams able to tool the block there. 10-5, Coppin doubling up Norfolk State. Here's the Spartan attack. It's blocked. Aaron pass back over. Palacios is going to dump it back down, but it won't fall. Now it's blocked and sent over somehow with only 3 touches by the Spartans. A bump set. Williams will push right into the back row. Quick set over. Kept alive. Diving dig from Svatanova. Pushed over by Coleman.
Clean. It was very clean.
Spartans are going to push. Now they're going to have to let Roman bump set Castle on the far side. Didn't get enough of that, and it's out of play as she went with the cross-court try. A little too strong. 10-6 Coppin on top. Back to the line is the other Paola for Norfolk State, Paola Matos. The lefty puts it in play at Williams, directs it to Castle, and now Coppin will have to send the free ball over, and it's directed by Roman. So it looks like McCree was into the net that time, so Coppen's going to get the point, and they're up 5. It's 11-6. Oh, we're going to get a challenge now, I think, from Coach Bullock of Norfolk State. The official telling her maybe she can't challenge it? Oh, nope. We are going to get one. So 11-6 is the score. Norfolk State has decided to challenge. So the challenge, Coach Bullock believes that Amara Williams, when she went up to challenge that ball, was the one in the net, when the call on the court was McCree in the net. So Coppen stands with the point right now as the referees go back to the monitor to check this one out. The play is confirmed, so it will remain Coppin State point. So nice job by Amara Williams to stay out of the net on that try, as we kind of get a little peek at the replay. So Williams not in the net. Coppin gets the point. They're up by 5. Perhaps the call on the floor, because it was the call was Coppin point, there wasn't enough evidence to overturn, because we kind of looked at that replay and then looked at each other, and it was close. I couldn't tell who was in the net, so you got to go with whatever the call on the floor was, and luckily for the Eagles, it was their point, and they're going to get one here on the attack. Error in the back row by Leah Carter, and it's a 12-6 Coppin lead, doubling up the Spartans again here in the opening set.
I was saying is the ball never lies, right?
The ball never lies. That is the saying. Beatty puts it in play deep. And now Norfolk State will set up attack in the middle. Kept alive by Roman, and then for Miajavan as Beatty will send the free ball over. Nicely done by the Eagles defense. And Coleman gets there again. Redirected by Williams.
Coppin has the point.
Coppin gets the point. I missed what the call on the floor was.
I think one of the girls, she was in the net. I don't know which number.
So a Spartan in the net again was the call on the court, is what we'll go with. 13-6, Coppin the lead. Beatty serve. Floating that one over. Pushed out wide right into the net on the swing. And Coppin another point, 14-6 now. So Beatty puts Coppin State on a nice run. Looking to continue it here. Again, floats it deep in the corner. Free ball directed to the back line, and Roman was there to cover. Williams coming hard to the net on the swing. It got touched. Coppin point, 15-6. You know, you take out those 3 straight aces from Norfolk State on their first run from the service line, and Coppin's pretty much dominated every facet of this first set.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we were just trying to get back into the rhythm of passing after those amazing aces.
So Coppin gets called for 4 touches that time. And it'll go to 15-7 as Alondra Hernandez, the junior and the transfer from Central Wyoming, comes back into the match. She'll go back to serve for Norfolk State. Cross court, a nice pass from Coleman, jousted for at the net. Svitanova won it for a moment. Now the free ball directed shallowly over the net. And miscommunication from the Coppin defense, and it's going to drop. 15-8 goes the score. The last couple of games, Svitanova at the net has been very tough to beat when she gets up to joust for those balls.
No, she has been. She's very smart with it. She waits, which is one of the important factors into getting that point.
Another ace, that time dropped in by Hernandez. 15-9 goes the score. So both sides now with 4 aces in this first set. See where Hernandez spots this one. They're going to pick on Coleman again. That time a nice pass away. They're going to feed Palacios in the middle. She missed the line, no touch, and out of play, 15-10. Coleman's pass right back over to the Spartans side. They're going to send it back over to the Eagles on 2. And now they're going to set up Williams, who will go with the cross-court try, won't fall. Opposite end, blocked at the net and kept alive by Svatanova. Roman going to redirect it. Nice pancake from Hernandez. Keeps it alive. Coleman pops it up for Svatanova, directing it now. Williams is blocked. Another set from Svatanova, this time for Palacios. Off the block. And down, 16-10 goes the score. Another nice rally from these two sides. Coppin able to win that point. It'll send Amara Williams back to serve for Coppin now. She's got 23 aces entering the night. And that try a little long from her, missing that back line. 16-11, still a 5-point lead for the Eagles. And now here comes a substitution for Norfolk State. It'll be Kyla Hunter, a sophomore from Mesquite, Texas. She will come into the game to serve now in this first set. Her team down by 5 points. Here's the serve from Hunter. They're going to set up Coleman. She's blocked. Williams got a piece of it to try and cover it, but it goes out of play. And now it's a 4-point lead, 16-12. Missed that back corner. Service error. Coppin gets the point, 17-12. And now here comes Gabby Toit into the match to serve. Palacios will head out, so now a 2-setter look here for Coppin as Toit will come in to serve.
Gabby's a really hard server, so I'm excited to see what she does here.
12 aces, including one against Morgan State, and that time it'll go out of play again a little long from Coppin on back-to-back tries. 17-13 the score. Now the setter, Sydney McCree, the freshman from Durham, North Carolina, will serve. The lefty. Long, missed it again. So service errors for both sides. Gives the point back to Coppin State. Svatanova again back to serve. Picked up 4 aces on 4 straight serves to start this set. And her team's up by 5, 18-13. She'll start with her 5th ace of the match.
She is on fire today. On fire, oh my gosh.
At a certain point here, we're going to have to figure out what the single game record is at Coppin State and in the NCAA for aces in a match. Partially because I'm just curious. But she's already got 5, and we haven't even completed the first set. Free ball directed to the corner for Williams. Now Svatanova in the middle. Coleman off the block, kept alive. Nice reaction time from the Spartans. Again, they're going to feed Aji Coleman in the middle. Another swing and another kill for her. 20-13 the score. Cross-court serve from Svatanova. They're going to set it up and add a play. Attacking error from Carla Hernandez. 21-13, Coppin beginning to pull away here at the end of this first set. Norfolk State so far on offense, 1 kill on 18 tries with 3 errors for a negative 111 hitting percentage, and that's what's really hurt them.
It's everything.
Almost down for ace number 6. Jousted for and won by Castle at the net.
I think today we're just really playing our game, which has been important.
Timeout Spartans. It'll be their final timeout of the set. 22-13. We're going to keep it here for this timeout. So 22-13, a 9-point Coppin lead. And right now, everything going right for the Eagles. You thought Norfolk State might put themselves back in it there with that run of 3 straight aces to make this to cut the lead in half. Really made it 8-4, and then they got that Coppin got that service error, and then they just kind of kept rolling from there.
I think one thing that we're finally doing is cleaning up our mistakes that we were making earlier. We've been scrappy this whole game, which is essential to volleyball, and especially with a team, whenever they get hectic, whenever they're down, we're still in our game, which has been really important as well.
Looking at the stats so far, Coleman leads all attackers with 3 kills. Williams has 2, Palacios, Castle, and Miajevan Coleman each with 1 apiece, and that's the Coppin offense so far. And then just the 1 kill for Norfolk State is credited to Carla Hernandez. Svitanova, 5 aces and 8 assists. Could she get to a double-double today on aces and assists? I think that's the watch we're on for her. And then 5 digs for Ashley Roman. The libero leads the way in that category. So Svitanova again to this near side corner, going right to left with the serve. 22-13, Coppin up 9 here in the opening set. Missed that back corner. She tried to go cross court right to left, or should I say left to right rather, and just missed that corner. 22-14 goes the score, and Carla Hernandez will go serve it away for the Spartans.
That timeout was probably to ice out Andy, because she is by far the best server.
Right into the net, Coppin gets it back. 2 points away now from taking this first set, and here comes Genesis Hernandez for Miajevan Coleman. So the sophomore defensive specialist will come in to do some serving now. She's got 3 aces on the year, picked one up against Morgan State in that straight set sweep last Friday as well. Not going to drop here. Near side blocked. Norfolk State looking to recycle the point. Cross court blocked again, kept alive again somehow, and then sent over. Roman got the pancake down. Oh, and they're going to say it hit the floor. And here comes a challenge from Coppin State. I think she got there. Oh my, I thought that was a really good pancake.
She came out of nowhere. That was...
And she had to get there because that ball was placed very nicely. And I think she got there.
Me too.
I caught a look at the replay before the official got here, and I think Roman got her hand down there. Now, if this call does go Coppin State's way, they would have to replay the point.
Yes.
Because there was no continuation and Coppin gave up the point. So if, in fact, overruled, we will get a replay at 23-15 or 23-14. The call is going to stand. As we'll take one more look at it here from our monitor just to see. Did it just miss the fingertips, I think?
I think, wait, is there a way to slow it down?
One more time, we'll take a look. Yes, it just hit the floor. Oh my goodness. I think that's a good call from the officials live. To get that live, to get that 100% correct live is big, then just to make sure it's confirmed. But I do like the challenge from Coppin State there. I thought it was the right challenge.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And it doesn't matter anyway, because Hope Castle gets the kill, and now it'll be set point at 24-15, a 9-point lead. Coppin's got 9 set points to play with now. Hopefully they won't need to use all of those as Palacios comes back in, and Roman will look to end it from the service line. Long. Service error number 5 for Coppin State here in the first set.
It has been a seesaw game between both teams tonight.
And I think whichever team cleans up that service game first and cuts down on the errors, it'll go a long way for this match.
Absolutely.
And now Coleman blocked, kept alive, coming to the table, and it's out of play. Just tried to get her hand on. She's going to be called for a lift anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered, even if it was popped up enough for Coppin to get here. So 7-point lead for Coppin, 24-17. Set point number 3, long, and that's how the first set ends. 25-17 in favor of Coppin State. They are up 1-0. We will step aside and be back with set number 2 in just a moment. After this, you're listening to CSU Women's Volleyball on the CSU Sports Network.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shape the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Imagine a place where learning pushes you further and strengthens you from mind to toe. The promise of tomorrow begins with your commitment today. Connect with people who open minds and open doors, taking you from here to there. We take pride in our legacy that prepares you for the rest of your life. Coppin State University.
Back inside the PEC arena, Coppin takes set number 1, 25-17. Second set just about 60 seconds away. So, Paola, what did you think of that first set from both sides?
I think that both sides should try to clean up their serves. That's something that's killing both sides right now. Not killing, but has been hurting both sides. I think that Coppin's coming in really strong right now. They are hungry to win. And the Aces really, hurt Norfolk in the beginning, so they need to recover from that.
It was an 8-0 Coppin run to start that first set, and that, when you dig yourself that big of a hole, it is hard to dig yourself back out of it. And this is a Norfolk State team that's coming off of a big sweep of Delaware State on the road almost 2 weeks ago now.
Yes, I think that game, they played really well, and I think they came in with a lot of confidence today, which is always good. Del State, however, was down 2 of their best players, and that's also an important factor to look at and realize whenever you're a player that certain days you have a higher chance of winning. So I think that today we decided that we wanted to really show out and show how good we are as well.
And show out Coppin has here in this first set, because you look at the MEAC standings, Coppin State sits alone, 12-7 overall, 3-0 in the MEAC, so that tiebreaker overall record is going to help with the good non-conference season that Coppin State had. And right behind them is this Norfolk State team at 2-0, and that's their only 2 wins on the year, have come at the start of conference play. 2-10 for them, and that's followed up by Del State's 2-1 in the conference. And then it's NC Central at 2-1. Howard is 1-1. Morgan State 1-2. And then Eastern Shore and South Carolina State both sit at 0-3. As we're back underway to start set number 2. Coppin will attack first. And Miajban Coleman can't get that one to find the floor. Hernandez is blocked, and she's able to tool it as that one gets out of bounds. So Norfolk State gets their first lead of the match here to start set number 2, and it's 1-0. McCree the server. So Coppin State again sitting atop the conference. They were picked to finish third coming into the regular season by the SIDs and the coaches in the preseason poll. Norfolk State was picked to finish a spot better than last year's preseason ranking at 6th in the conference. And this is a Norfolk State team that I think is not necessarily one you want to see in late November. I think they might be a dark horse for a couple of upsets at the MEAC tournament. But again, it is early, and it's too early to tell as that's blocked by Miajavan and Aji Coleman. As they'll combine for that, Coppin gets the point. It's 2-1.
Norfolk is always a really hungry team. They always do want to win. So this set we're going to see probably more of a struggle, especially whenever they gain their confidence back and their hunger.
And in her 4th season, head coach Kathy Bullock is looking to turn this Norfolk State program around. She was able to win 8 matches a season ago, which was their most for Norfolk State since 2013. So looking to turn this team into a contender in the MEAC, and right now sitting at the top of the standings and in the middle of the pack as well going forward. Blocked again, that time Miajavan all by herself. Norfolk State's going to be able to recycle the point. Oh, nice spot from Carla Hernandez to give Norfolk State a 1-point lead at 3-2.
There was a miscommunication there between middle back and the right back for Coppin.
The last time the Spartans met the Eagles was in the MEAC tournament in the first round, where Coppin was able to come away with a sweep of the Spartans and end their season. Coppin has 10 meetings against the Spartans, 24-15 all time. Coach Walsh is 8-1 against Norfolk State in his tenure at the helm of the Eagles. Tied at 3 now after the Coppin point. Genesis Hernandez in early in this set to serve. And right into the net for an error. Seventh attack error for Coppin State, or service error, excuse me, for the Eagles here in this match. 4-3 the score, Norfolk on top by 1. But the defense for the Eagles in the last few matches have been really well. They held Morgan State to a negative hitting percentage last week and holding Norfolk State to a negative percentage here tonight. Coppin State now will attack. Williams high off the block, kept alive somehow by Hernandez, and she will direct it over. Svatanova on the slide for Coleman, won't fall. Ball handling error on McCree. Coppin ties it up at 4. Much more back and forth early here in the second set for these two sides.
I'm happy that happened because we were starting to get hectic over here. We just need to settle down and play the same game that we were playing in the first set.
Ashley Roman. The libero will serve. Sorting something out over there at the scores table with the officials. That's why we have a stoppage in play right now. 4-4 is the score. And it looks like we got it all sorted out. I never know what those conversations are over there. I just kind of have to make things up. That's blocked at the net. A big-time block from Palacios and Williams. That's why I wish sometimes I got to sit on the other side so I could hear what the stoppages are.
We're always, even the teams, the coaches, we're always confused as well.
Yet it seems like nobody ever knows when we have to check. I'm always kind of wondering if they're making sure the score's right or what the official at the table does, because they do have an official sitting there. See the alternate that's just kind of waiting? Is he tracking the game? I never know what that role is. Williams pushes. Oh, and it got redirected over and in play. Oh, my goodness. Nicely done from Norfolk State as Palacios takes the swing. Free ball sent over.
Oh, that's perfect right here.
Palacios off the block.
It might have rolled on the net as well.
Coach Walsh wants a touch, but the officials are going to give the point to Norfolk State. Is he going to challenge? Not as adamant this time as he was about the last one. He's going to let it go. 6-5, Norfolk State on top by 1. Out of bounds, service error. Kennedy Beatty will serve for Coppin State now. She puts it in play. Tied at 6, directed for Seal. Beatty covered the block well.
Beautiful pass.
Williams gets the kill. 7-6, Coppin on top as they get their first lead here in set number 2. And over the last 3 matches, in the course of this 3-match win streak, when Coppin gets a lead, they have rarely given it back. See if this starts to get rolling for the Eagles, as that one was dumped over by McCree, and here comes another one. Coppin all over it again. Outside, Amara Williams, no. Bump set for Seal, near side, off the hands, and it gets down. She's able to tool the blocks past the diving Amara Williams. And she tried to use all 6 feet of her to get to that ball, but just a little outside of her reach. Tied at 7. Hernandez is the server. The junior from Provo, Utah, will put us back in play. Right at Roman. Errant pass, and now Coppin will have to send a free ball over. Near side, Hernandez down the line, out of play. No touch. Coach Bullock looking for the touch. See what she does with that. Nothing. It doesn't appear she will challenge. 8-7. It almost seems like you know when a coach is going to challenge.
Yeah.
They kind of get that, yeah, you got that one wrong look in their eyes, and
They get upset.
they usually say it a little bit, which is why we have replay now. So you don't have to disagree with the officials, even though it's fun sometimes.
It is. it is.
Off the hands, Roman covered. Nice push. Back to Spatanova in the middle. Keeps them in system. Palacios, no. Wouldn't fall for her. Beatty to Roman. Now back row set up for Amara Williams, who will roll that one in play. McCree going to set up Hernandez. Access denied, and a little stare down from Spatanova and Palacios at the end. The net presence of the Eagles this year has been a big help to the season that they are having. And you could just kind of tell. I talked about it with Coach Walsh at the beginning of the year. After that first home game, was the net presence has to be there for the Eagles this year if they want to continue to compete at a high level. And he went out and got some transfers that really helped with that, and then everybody else just got better. There's a cross-court kill for Coleman.
The new girls that came in this year, especially our front row, they've been doing an amazing job. Like, they were already really strong whenever they came in, but there's almost like this competition just to get better. And you can see it on the court right now.
And I mean, there are 4 or 5 players at 30 or more blocks on the season, and Spatanova and Miajevan Coleman are almost to that point as well. Actually, I believe Coleman, with the block here tonight, she does have 30 now on the year. And I mean, even Aji Coleman, who hasn't seen the floor very much this year, 20-plus blocks for her this year.
That's really impressive.
She capitalizes on the time she gets. Jousted for, and Spatanova doesn't quite win that one. That one was won by Adeline Gidiafor, the junior from West Park, Florida. And it's a 10-9 Coppin lead. Spatanova, back set for Palacios, cross court, found the line, no it didn't. 10-10 is the score, and I think the front row really came to life at that Liberty tournament and has just continued to do it. I mean, I think alone at that tournament, Miller Green had almost 20 blocks on the weekend. And throughout the course of that 4-match week, it was at George Washington, Eastern Michigan, Liberty, and Radford. And she was the Defensive Player of the Week for a good reason that week. And it was, I want to say 17 or 18 blocks is what the total she had throughout that week, just those 4 matches.
I think so too. I was unfortunately not able to be there that game, but I heard all about it and I saw some video, and she was doing an amazing job.
And a big answer from Miajavon Coleman to get it back. It's 11-11.
Mimi is always a person you can count on.
When you need a kill, she is the one that they typically go to. So now Ayana Farrow, the freshman setter, going to come in to serve. And with that, Svitanova 1 assist away from 1,500 on her career. So we will keep our eye on that. She just picked up her 12th, and there's a kill. 12-11, back on top are the Spartans. Oh, no, excuse me. She now has 1,500 on that Miajavon kill from a moment ago. The stat wasn't updated just yet, but she does have 13, so congratulations. And that's in not even 2 full seasons for Andrea here at Coppin State. She's got 1,500. And counting, I might add. And counting. Which puts her with her 13 here tonight, gives her 670 on the year.
She is an impressive player.
To go with 63 aces pending this serve. 64, no, doesn't quite get down. Thought it might get down on that one. 12-12 to score. Coleman again, assist number 1501 for Andrea Svitanova. And another big kill from Miajavon Coleman to give Coppin the lead. Oh, almost dropped again.
Hope picked it up.
Up in the middle, no, not gonna fall for Coleman. Gonna joust at the net, nothing gonna happen there. Coppin will get it back. Here comes the attack. Coleman didn't roll it in time or strong enough over. Tied at 13. That's the shot for Coppin State that I have noticed this season that has been a go-to, but also one of the tougher ones for them to connect on.
No, that is a difficult shot. You have to have the right amount of force behind it. The angle has to be correct or perfect, otherwise you're going to either hit into the net or right to a person. So it takes a lot of skill to be able to hit that spot.
And I think it's something that they are trying to add to that attack arsenal, is that extra, you don't know if I'm going to come right at you, if I'm going to tip it over you, or if I'm going to try and roll it over top.
Yes, no, it is. Sometimes it's just better to play smarter and not always swing harder. Hard swing is impressive, but you don't always win with them.
And volleyball IQ has to be one of the quicker IQs in all of sports because everything happens so quickly. Another swing and another kill from Coleman ties us up at 14 here in the second set. Coppin on top 1-0. But when that roll shot gets over, it's pretty deadly so far, especially for Hope Castle. I've noticed she's the one that uses it the most.
She does. She is great at placement shots, and on top of that, she also has an amazing swing. It's extremely hard, but she's able to mix it up, which keeps everyone on their toes.
Coppin back on top by 1. This set is back and forth. Nobody's had more than a 1 or 2 point lead here in this set, and it's a 1 point Coppin lead here, 15-14. See if Coppin can't go on a run here with Hernandez. For Seal. Cross court, no. All over that were the Eagles. Now Castle able to tool the Seal block and give Coppin a 2 point lead. 16-14 is the score. Largest lead for the Eagles here in the second set. See if Hernandez can continue this 2-0 Coppin run. She'll put it in play again. Almost dropped again for her. Won't this time. Back row tipped. They're going to have to send it over. It'll be a free ball sent over from Svitanova. Outside, Seal beats the block try and takes an emphatic swing, and it's 16-15. Hernandez having a conversation with the official. Not sure about what. That's the second time he's had a conversation with her where he has called her over.
It could be an issue between certain players looking over and making certain faces to the other teams, which is something that unfortunately we get called out for.
I feel like there's always a fine line between what is and what isn't taunting,
Yeah.
at least to me.
And everything has seemed acceptable tonight, but it's always up to the ref.
Errant pass sent right back down, kept alive, and Roman continues it, and Coppin sends it over. Nice hustle from the Eagles. Seal off the block. Coleman again, now for Roman. Bump set opposite end for Williams on the cross-court try. No. Oh, miscommunication's going to make it a free ball for Coppin. They got to use it here. Svatanova outside. Williams, yes.
Oh, an amazing hit. Oh, my gosh.
That all started with a couple of big diving digs from Miaja Coleman, followed up by the hustle play from Ashley Roman, which is why she is back-to-back Defensive Player of the Week, and she will go back to serve.
Honestly, a big shout out to Mimi. Since last year, her passing, her defense has improved significantly, and it has helped the team as well. It's been a vital part to our play, honestly.
And that's why she is about to move in to 5th on the Coppin all-time digs list. Came into today with career digs at 930. As Norfolk State will attack, you can give her 4 more today, so 934. She needs 59 more to tie, 60 to surpass 5th place on the all-time records list. That's assuming my math is correct. 3-point Coppin lead, 18-15. Roman puts it in play deep. In the middle, Meriday gets the kill.
That was a good spot. That was a very good spot, actually.
Malia Carter to serve. Out of play, 19-16. Eagles get the point, still on top by 3. Now a little bit of separation for Coppin State, and this is where they like to pull away now. Once they get that separation is typically when they start to get hot and get on a big run. Here's Beatty to serve for Coppin. Right down the middle, that's where she'll put it. They're going to bump set Seal, who will go cross court at Williams. Now in the back row, Coleman, she is rejected all by herself. That's Meriday for her 27th block and her 3rd solo block on the season. 19-17 the score.
There was almost a little bit of chaos in the back. 2 girls were in front of Coleman, making it hard for her to even get the ball over without hurting her own teammates.
Hernandez will serve. Down by 2. Another stoppage in play at the scores table before we get back underway. And it looks like we're ready to go. Hernandez puts it in. And Coppin will attack with Williams right into the net. 19-18, so Norfolk State down 3, now down 1 in the midst of a 2-0 run for them. They're also finally back over the negative hitting percentage at .019. Roman keeps it alive. Outside Williams, this time a big swing off of Carter. And they're going to have to send over a free ball right at Kennedy Beatty. Svatanova outside again for Amara. Got it to go. 20-18. She's got 5 kills to go with Castle's 5 and Coleman's 6. (20-18). Amara Williams now back to the line. 23 aces on the year. She's also a very solid server for Coppin State. Last couple games, kind of struggled just a little bit. It'll continue here as out of play. She had a very good serving game against NC Central, her former team, in that 5-set victory a couple of weeks ago now, where she had 5 aces in that match, I believe, of her own.
Mar can hold her own, to say the least, especially when it comes to blocking and hitting, and recently serving as well.
Miajavan picks out her spot and gets the kill. Farrow's going to come in. She's going to serve again now. So it's been a while since the freshman from Laurel, Maryland has played, but getting some time here tonight from the service line. 4 aces for her on the year. Another 2-setter look now for Coppin State. Svitanova in the front row and Farrow back to serve. Didn't connect with that the way she wanted to, and it's in the net, 21-20. Worth noting, neither side has taken a timeout yet in this set. So I'd be on the lookout for those coming from whoever winds up being down as we get closer to 25. 21-20, Coppin on top. Nice pass up top for Miajavan. Kept in play by Rodriguez. Again shallow. Beatty got there. Svitanova directs it with her fist out wide to Coleman, who sends it over. And out of play. Coppin on top by 2. I thought that might have been a double ball handling error on the serve or on the set from McCree, but it doesn't matter as Coppin gets the point and it went out of play. So now Andrea Svitanova back to serve. She's got 5 here today. Gives her 114 on her career.
That is amazing.
Timeout, Norfolk State. We will take a quick break with them and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. So here we go, back inside PEC Arena, 22-20. Svitanova to serve. Like I mentioned before the break, 114 career aces for her. And she puts it in play, not going to pick one up there. Aaron set, and it's out of play. Coppin on top by 3. Now, Paola, you sit at 87 career aces.
I do?
Yes, you are currently tied for 7th all-time on the Coppin list. Now, I know you're not playing this year, but you will be back next year, and I'm thinking you might be able to give Andrea a run for her money wherever she ends up finishing.
I would love to. I would love to. I'd be honored to. However, she is an amazing player. And
a rare error from Andrea that time, 23-21.
Just as we start talking about it. It's funny.
That's usually how that goes.
It does.
That's the commentator's jinx for you. Hernandez to serve, down by 2. Coppin on top, 23-21. This is one of those big momentum sets. As it's been back and forth all day, and Coleman won that joust. Going to be cross-court placement from Hernandez, won't fall. Near side for Castle, no. Norfolk State will attack, and that's a ball handling error. Even I saw that one, 24-21. Set point number 1 for Coppin, on top by 3. And this is, like I just mentioned, a big momentum shift. I always feel like, especially with volleyball, when you have a back and forth set where you're up by 1 or 2 sets or down by 1 or 2 sets, this is the one that really shifts the pace of play.
Yes.
And can really go, especially going into a third, either being tied at 1 or down 2-0.
Yes, yeah. It puts a lot of pressure on Norfolk. However, we have to realize that now they're going to come in even harder.
A point for the Spartans there, 24-22. And it'll be set point number 2 now. So Rodriguez, the libero, the grad student from Kissimmee, Florida, will go back to serve. A member of the second team of the All-MEAC a season ago for this Spartan side. Floating one, very shallow. Coleman able to cover. Out wide. Williams ends the set. And she tools the block. 25-17 in the first. 25-22 in the second. And Coppin takes a 2-set advantage. Going in to set number 3. We will step aside and be back with the third and possible final set after this on the CSU Sports Network.
Justin, a giant robot has landed downtown.
Hey, Craig.
Hey guys, this is just my workout stuff.
We know you're the Green Hawk.
Everyone knows.
What? That's bananas.
You're still wearing your mask, dude.
If you have a secret identity, you need to keep it secret. And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
I'm not the Green Hawk.
Delivery for the Green Hawk?
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
I will bring it to him.
¿Crees que es la mejor temporada de tu vida? Pregúntame el año que viene.
Bring it back up.
Welcome back inside the PEC Arena as we have a battle between unbeaten MEAC foes, the Norfolk State Spartans and the Coppin State Eagles. Coppin State leads it 2-0 through the first 2 sets, 25-17, 25-22 in the second. A very dominant performance from Coppin in the first set and a equally as dominant yet impressive battle in the second set between both teams. Stat update for you. Leading all attackers, Miajavon Coleman with 7 kills, followed by Amara Williams is 6. And that's followed up by Hope Castle's 5. Palacios has 1. And Aji Coleman has 3 of her own. Svitanova, 5 aces, 2 digs, 21 assists for her through the first 2 sets. Ashley Roman has 9 digs of her own. On the Norfolk State side, their leader is Carla Hernandez with 4 kills. Shanti Seal has 3. Rodriguez, Matos, and Meriday have 1. And Adeline Gidiafor has a couple of kills of her own. Coppin's defense has really been the story here so far in this one. 7 blocks through the first 2 sets for the Eagles, 5 aces, 22 kills for a 175 hit percentage, which is just below their season average of 194. Norfolk State, 4 blocks for them, 5 aces as well, just 12 kills. They are hitting at 0.000% with 12 errors on 60 tries. That is well below their 144 percentage on the season. Coppin State will look here in this third set to come away with a clean sweep of the Norfolk State Spartans and move to a perfect 4-0 in conference play. They'll head to Howard on Sunday night to take on the Bison. Norfolk State also looks to remain undefeated in the conference as they look to move to 3-0 on the year, and their next match will be on Sunday as well, as they'll stick around Baltimore and travel across the way just about 5 or 6 miles to Morgan State on Sunday. If you're just joining us, Coppin State's up 2-0 going into the possible third and final set. I'm Kyle Borg alongside Coppin State senior outside hitter Paola Caton here with us as well. Andreas Fatanova will start set number 3. Again, 5 aces for her on the evening. Coppin will look to close things out in straight sets and remain perfect in conference play. Here's the serve. Put back over to the Coppin side. Roman gonna set up Castle, won't fall. McCree in the middle. Gidiafor gets the kill. 1-0 Norfolk State. Svatanova slow to get back to her feet here. Missed what had happened.
It looked like she ended up slipping whenever she jumped and landed. It looked like she slipped on something or just fell funny, but she's very tough and she's going to keep on doing her thing.
In the net, service error, tied at 1. Worth noting here today is the Dig Pink game for Coppin State. So the arena decked out in pink, and what we personally think is probably the best touch is Coach Walsh's pink suit jacket over there.
He outdid himself today. That was very impressive.
I tell you what, I could not pull that color off. It's not in my color wheel, but it definitely works for Coach Walsh. That attack's out of play. Coppin gets the point, 2-1. Would we say that's pink or more salmon? I can't.
I would say salmon.
It's more salmon. All right. That's I kind of thought it might be, but
he knows how to match his tones very well.
He typically matches the jerseys, but tonight he chose to match the theme with the pink. As Williams gonna push it over, not gonna fall for her. Back row Hernandez. Roman bump set Williams, free ball sent shallow over. Got there was Rodriguez again. The lefty that time, Matos couldn't put it in. Oh, they're going to say point Norfolk State as it got tipped.
It looked like there was a touch on that. But
Coach Walsh asking his front row who touched it. Yeah, unhappy with the explanation from the official as to who touched it. So again, call on the floor is a touch and a point to Norfolk State to tie this at 2, and that's important.
Very.
If it's not a touch, that ball went out of play, and that would give the point to Coppin State.
Challenge whether the ball was touched or not by a Coppin player.
So Coach Walsh was looking around, asking his front row, and they looked back like, I didn't do it. Was it you? No, it wasn't me. And then he asked the official, and he did not care for the explanation he got from the referee.
I think I heard something, but that could have been anything. It could have been a touch on the net, so we're going to be hopeful.
Now the question the question is, was the touch at the net or in the back row on the way out? Were there any outstretched hands who at the last minute might have pulled back as well? Because that could have been where a touch came from.
That's a possibility, but I think that the girls, where they were located, that would not.
Confirmed touch, so maybe we will see here who it went off of.
That's it. Amara.
Amara, you can see the finger start to bend back, so that micro touch off of Amara Williams. Good call from the officials. So far, 3 challenges today, the most we've had in a match so far this year. All 3 have been upheld.
It has been, yeah.
So if you're tracking that statistic, anybody out there or the coaches on the benches, just know if you challenge, it hasn't been overturned yet today. So tied at 2, and the serve will be from Kyla Hunter of Norfolk State. Roman able to dig it out, and they're going to set up Williams, who will roll one over. Missed that back line.
Now we just need to clean it up and just get our head back into the game.
Norfolk back on top for the first time here in the third. 3-2. Amara Williams again, no. Norfolk State's attack try was sealed right at Coleman. Back set for Castle. She's blocked. Roman keeps it alive. Williams is there. And now a push from Mia Javan over the net. On the slide play, Svetanova got her right hand to it. Kept it alive. Now Castle!
Yes.
Picks out the corner. The hustle plays have gone almost entirely Coppin's way here throughout the course of this match.
We're being really scrappy right now, that's important in the game. We're not letting balls drop that shouldn't be dropped, and yeah.
Ashley Roman back to the service line. Won't drop it in. Now for Matos. And Coleman got there and able to get out of Roman's way. Free ball sent over by Castle. Outside again, off the net, out of play. No touch.
No touch. That looked like a net call. I mean, a net goal. It looks like they're going to give it to Coppin.
So the official had the right call. The down official just pointed the wrong direction, but he had the right call. And I have seen a lot of those, especially when it's challenged for at the net. The referees will let it go a lot of the time, assuming that there was a touch. So Coppin gets the point. That one did get touched, and it's going to drop, and we're tied at 4. So nothing doing there for Coppin, and Matos back to the service line.
I think that call might have messed us up just a little bit, but not an excuse. We are going to get back into it.
And the lefty puts it into the net. Coppin up 5-4. Coppin on top by 1. Beatty's going to serve. Here's the serve from Kennedy Beatty, the freshman. One-handed set in the middle, blocked for a moment, and G. Diafor going to get the kill. And we are tied at 5. So much like the second set, back and forth to open up the third. Coppin looking to close this one out in straight sets for the second straight match and push the win streak to 4. Right at Roman.
Great pass.
In the middle. Palacios, no. Coppin now again. Back set from Roman.
Double.
6-5 on the double touch from Ashley Roman. I thought that one looked clean. That's one of the harder calls, I feel like, is to know, but I feel like it's also pretty obvious when it does happen.
Yeah. With that ball in particular, there's like a lot of spin on the ball, which is not always an indicator, but it can be.
And they wanted another one. That time they wanted on Svetanova. That one got a weird spin on it, the way she said it, which I think is what prompted Norfolk State to appeal for that double call, but not going to get it as we're tied at 6. Big serve from Williams. This time it's in play. Tipped over, out of play, out of the side of the antenna. Might have touched it on the way through, 7-6. Mara Williams back to serve again. Remember the first team all MEAC a season ago, and an ace!
A beautiful ace at that. That was such a great place to put it. It's also a very difficult shot to make.
See if that puts Williams back on track. 8-6, that's ace number 24 on the year for her. And the NC Central transfer looking to give Coppin a little bit of breathing room here in the third. Just didn't get the roll as she hit the top of the tape. 8-7 the score. Meriday will serve. Svatanova going to direct it to Miajovan, right at Carter in the back row. Free ball sent over. Roman got there. Beatty keeps it alive. Now for Miajovan again. Her tip. Going to find the floor. Kill number 8 for Miajovan, and it's 9-7.
That was such a great time to do it as well, because I think the girls were expecting her to hit it again. However, she took the opportunity to play it smart.
Here comes Gabby Toit.
Number 20, Gabby Toit serving.
Nine 9-7. Got the top of the tape, got it over, didn't get it to fall. Off the blocks, Svatanova directs it to Beatty, who will bump set Coleman, who will go cross court. Didn't take a big swing at it, just put it in play. Carter will take a big swing from the back row and miss it. And Mylea Carter, usually a libero. At least that's what she's listed at on, libero and defensive specialist at 5'5", but takes a big swing at it there. Aji Coleman took a big swing. A return pass back to her. Dumped by Svatanova on the third try. 11-7. 4-point Coppin lead.
Everyone was staying so aggressive on the net, and I think that led to Andy as well, just staying there, which is great.
Is that one of the more fun plays in volleyball, is when that you see that errant pass coming right at you, you know it's a tight ball, and you just rise up and you just take a swing at it with everything you got.
It's such an amazing feeling.
12-7.
Great serve.
Pushed over, tipped. Beatty for Coleman, blocked. Beatty covered. Now they're going to get Svatanova. Williams will have to come in and push from the back row. Toit, nicely done to get her hands to it. And now, just off the top of the antenna, almost. I thought she was going to be able to adjust and turn and get that thing inside the antenna and keep it alive, but just missed. 4-point lead for Coppin.
I think that would have been a time for her to tip it over instead of the angle that she was falling in.
Right at Roman. Svatanova on the slide for Aji, won't fall. And now they're going to set up Miajovan, who will roll that time, and it kept alive. McCree up top at the net, rejected, but kept alive. Now they're going to go to the opposite end. Coleman's there to cover. They're going to feed Williams on the run. Missed the line. Line judge has a touch at the net. Point's going to go to the Eagles. That might prompt the challenge card, and I believe it will. You can tell by the reaction. Here comes a challenge on that one. Call on the floor is Coppin point. So the score right now, as it stands with the call on the floor, 13-8. This is a Norfolk State challenge saying that it did not get touched. The line judge on the Coppin side said it did. And that is our call on the floor. It would be Amara's 8th kill if it stands. Again, indisputable evidence. So we will see challenge number 4 today throughout the course of this match.
I personally didn't see it, but I do hope that we get this point.
It will stand for the 4th time today. The challenge is confirmed. Who to get? Who? There, I believe you said number 9 touched it. Oh, I saw the finger. Oh yeah, that's a big time touch.
That is yes.
It's not that one. That's not really that close.
No,
when you
not
look
at
at
all.
it at that one, it's a whole lot easier to make your call when you can see it just here and zoom in on it. But that is a great call in real time from the lines judge to see it.
It was. And her whole palm moved. I'm surprised the other line judge didn't see it as well. I mean, I didn't see it, so I'm going to talk.
I didn't either. I didn't even hear one. So 13-8, nicely done from Williams to make sure it hit the hands on the way through. Svitanova with the serve. Now the attack by Hernandez is blocked, and they're going to bump set her again. That time it's off the top of the hands. Roman outside. Castle. No, in the middle at Roman on the push. Now for Miajavan. She'll tip. It's covered. They're going to set up Matos off the hand. Roman got there, but couldn't quite keep it alive.
And she is laughing on the floor. She is okay.
She got it, just didn't get enough of it to put it up in the air long enough for Williams to get there. 13-9, the score. Svitanova for Coleman. Big swing, tooling the block for kill number 9. 14-9 Eagles. So Genesis Hernandez in for Coleman. She will serve as she has done in the previous 2 sets. Pushed out wide, tipped by Seal. Svitanova couldn't get there, much to the frustration of Coach Walsh on the sideline. 14-10.
She was so close, though. She was very close.
It almost seemed like when she dove at it, she turned and put it into a fist instead of a flat hand. Because I feel like if she would have kept that flat on the floor, it would have popped it back up, and we would have had at least a chance to continue play.
Absolutely. I agree.
Castle off the net. It didn't get touched. And the point will go to the Spartans. 14-11, a 3-point set here. Coppin again on top, 2-0, looking to stay undefeated. Pick up win number 4 in the conference, win number 4 in a row. As they're going to set Williams high off the hands. And it falls. Norfolk State also looking to stay undefeated, but also looking to pick up win number 2 on the road. They're just 1-3 on the year. Coppin an even 3-3 here inside the PEC Arena. And Coppin will hit the road for a pair of matches on Sunday and next Friday. They will travel to Howard and then to Eastern Shore before hosting Delaware State here at home next Sunday before a 3-game road trip. And then at the end of the month, they're back at home to play Howard and Eastern Shore before ending their season on the road at Del State and Morgan State. If you want to call that last one a road game, you can. It will be at Morgan State before the MEAC tournament. The remaining schedule for the Eagles. All right, we're ready to go again after another stoppage. 15-11, 4-point Coppin lead. Roman puts it in play in the middle. Not going to hit the floor. Outside for Castle. And Hope Castle gets her 7th kill. So a very balanced attack from Williams, Castle, and Coleman tonight. 9 for Williams, 9 for Coleman, 7 for Castle.
Everyone's playing their game today.
Near side off the hands, Roman's able to cover, puts it back in play. In the middle, Palacios.
Andy's doing a great job of spreading the block right now, and it's important to keep the other side unsure of what's going to happen.
Who was the double touch on? Was that on the set? Is that why it went Norfolk State's way? That's off the hands. It doesn't matter. Coppin gets it back, 17-12. This is where you can start to feel it a little bit, but you got to stay in it and keep your composure. Up by 5. We've already seen a big run from Coppin and a 4-0 run from Norfolk State. Both of those came in the first set, but it was the 8-0 run from the Eagles and a 4-0 run from the Spartans to kick off the game. Beatty will be the server. She puts it in play. Set outside, Seal off the hands. Roman keeps it alive. Oh, nicely done to redirect it, but I think Amara Williams has to be the one to come get that. That was an awfully long run from Svatanova to try and get there. 17-13.
I'm impressed that she made it.
She did. She got enough on it to direct it back to Roman, who just couldn't quite get that one over the net. Had that gone over, that would have been an impressive play.
No, absolutely.
Big serve from Seal.
Out. Oh.
Still in. Roman free ball on the swing. She'll roll it over. Couldn't drop it in. Pushed back row. Out. Might have been going out of play. Roman keeps it in. Bump set for Williams, who unloads. Point Coppin, 18-13.
Amara is a cannon. Absolute beast. She is probably one of the most diverse players I have been able to work with or play with, and also one of the most amazing teammates, absolute sweetheart, and a lot of fun.
Timeout, Morgan State. So the only match that has gone final here today, everybody's in play. It's Morgan State at Howard, Eastern Shore at SC State, and of course Norfolk here at Coppin. Del State sweeps NC Central on the road. That is the only final we have. Everybody else should be in play as we speak.
The Storytelling Championships since 1897. Justin, the proud sponsor of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. Justin, celebrating.
We'll try and get some updated scores if we can. High 18-13 here, Coppin still up. Howard and Morgan has gone final. A 3-0 sweep for the Bison of Howard. 25-15, 25-19, 25-14 in that one.
Surprisingly, Morgan was kind of close in the second set there.
Yeah, tried to keep it close, but ultimately falling. No stats from the SC State Maryland Eastern Shore game, so not sure who has the advantage in that one, as both those teams are looking for win number 1 on the year. And there's a service error out of the timeout to make it a 4-point game. 18-14 here in the third. Coppin on top, 2 sets to none. Marinay to serve. Right at Williams, directed. Svatanova up for Palacios, and right down to the floor, 19-14.
She took advantage of the late block there and just went for it.
A big-time swing from Geraldine Palacios for just her second kill. She's had 10 total tries at it. She's hit -200. A couple of blocks for her on the night as well. 19-14, Toit's back in. She will serve for Palacios, who checks out. And we'll see what Gabby Toit can do. Up by 5. Going to put it in play. Slide play blocked, but on the Coppin side of the net. Coleman couldn't close it down, and Lamb gets a kill. 19-15 goes the score, and now Sydney McCree, the freshman, will go back to serve. Roman's got to run down an errant pass. Beatty's going to have to direct it, and she does nicely to send the free ball over. Coppin still has a chance at the point. Williams keeps it alive, setting it up for Miajevan, who goes cross court. Right through the block that time was Matos. 19-16. The Coleman sisters couldn't quite close down that block that time.
Not that time.
And now the lefty puts it in and out of play. 20-16, Coppin back on top by 4, and here comes Hope Castle. And the server you want back at the line, Andrea Svitanova, the NCAA Division I leader in the assist category, now up to 63 on the season in the ace category with 5 here tonight. And another error for her. Puts it out of play, 20-17. Also has 28 assists, does Andrea here this evening.
She's doing really good. She's still doing really good.
Here's the serve from Carla Hernandez. Out of play.
Great read by Mar.
12th service error for Norfolk State. Coppin has 13 of their own. 21-17. That's what's really kept Norfolk State in these first two sets. It was the service errors early in the first set that got Norfolk State back within striking distance. And then in that second set, it was the service errors that kept it as close as it was.
We always focus on trying to serve as hard as we can and placing it. However, a hard serve can always go the wrong way.
Hernandez puts it deep in the corner, and now they'll have to attack from the back, right at Hernandez. Svitanova gonna set up Aji Coleman to the back corner, 22-17. Aji's 4th kill on 8 tries for a nice 500 hitting percentage for the sophomore. Outside Seal. Roman got her hands to it. Outside for Williams on the cross-court set. Big swing and a big kill from Amara. Timeout, Norfolk State, 23-17. We'll take the timeout as well and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. Back inside PEC Arena, Coppin 2 points away from sweeping Norfolk State, 23-17. Hernandez remains the server. This is Svatanova's 15th match this year with 30 or more aces and her 29th such match of her career. And it's Miajevan's 13th, or excuse me, she doesn't have double-digit kills yet. It's Amara Williams' 10th double-digit kills in a match on the season and her 28th on her career. Miajovan needs one more kill to hit double digits as Castle drops it in for her 9th. And it's 24-18, match point number 1. They will have 6 of those to play with. And here comes Palacios into the front row as Roman will go back to serve. There's a big swing. Matos got the kill. Little hand gesture there at the end, too. I saw a little wave. It's 24-19, and you're down 2 sets to none.
Humble.
That's all we'll say about that. The lefty puts it in play. Svatanova out wide, Williams, and that's how it ends.
And we waved them away as well.
25-19 is the final. Coppin sweeps Norfolk State 25-17, 25-22, 25-19. And talking about such games that Svatanova has had, we talked about that 30-plus assists. She now has her 9th match of the year with 4 or more service aces and her 13th on her career. We will pause as we play the alma mater here, and then we will talk to Coach Walsh and our player of the game after this.